Hello, I'm Ed Reed, the editor of E-FWD, and I'm here today with Gill Hughes from Afiniti Consulting. Gill, welcome to the show. How are you finding Offshore Europe? Have you had a good time?
So far, I've had a really great time, and it's been lovely to come along to the E-FWD and Energy Voice stand today and catch up with everyone. It's been really nice to see you all.
So tell me about Afiniti Consulting. What are you guys doing?
We're a business change consultancy, and we focus on the people side of change. So all of the great things that's going on in the industry, we need to try and help people to make things happen, to make change stick.
I think people are so interesting at this point in the transition. When we see all these kind of controversies around, kind of black and white, hydrocarbons versus renewables, the transition, AR7, EPL. I mean, I feel like in all this mess of acronyms, we sometimes lose kind of the people who are obviously at the heart of everything in terms of kind of getting things done. How do you help people at that point of kind of complexity become used to, I suppose, change?
Well, it's starting with the end in mind that's so important. Thinking about that big picture, what it is that you're trying to achieve altogether, bringing people together to do it, and being really honest about it as well. Change isn't easy. It's actually quite difficult, but being open and honest with people, that makes such a big difference. And having the right sponsorship, the people that at the top that are saying the right things, saying the right messages, that's always going to make a big difference as well. So leading the right leaders in place to support.
I suppose so just boiling down that kind of advice to leaders, which I'm sure is coming. What's the sort of the top line message that leaders should be thinking about when they're kind of delivering, leadership to employees?
Well, it's not all about the technical side of things. So I was just in one of the AI sessions earlier on today, and there was a lot of technical talk, which is great because technical people will understand that, but not everyone does. The leaders need to be able to think about their people, what their people will connect with, and use the right language that's going to help people to understand what it is that they're really trying to achieve in the big picture of change.
And I suppose in terms of sort of the challenges along the way, what's the sort of the blocker? What is the biggest problem that you think we're facing?
Oh goodness, the biggest problem, where would I start? The biggest problem, I think it's just forgetting about people. That's the biggest problem. There's so many things going on at the moment. People are subject matter experts in so many things that, you're a subject matter expert in journalism. We've got people in organizations that are CFOs or CEOs. They're absolutely amazing at what they do, but they're not always amazing at getting the messages quite right or talking to their people in that direct way that's going to make a big difference. They need to just remember that the people are what will make the change happen and what will make the change stick. So don't forget about them in the grand scheme of things.
Absolutely. And I suppose sort of looking to the future, E-FWD, we're always thinking about growth. We're always thinking about the future. So sort of 12 months from now, where do you think you're going to be?
Where do I think I'm going to be? Well, I'm hoping that the energy sector is still evolving and changing. I think that AI is going to be a big part in all of that digital transformation and everything that's going on in that world at the moment. For a business change consultancy like Afiniti, we're there to help and support people within organizations and help leaders to make that change happen. And I think right now, digital transformation and AI is going to play such a big, huge role in the energy transformation, the energy transition in general.
And I suppose in terms of sort of unlocking that kind of question around the future and around sort of digital transformation, what do we need to make that happen, right? Looking where we are now, looking where we want to be, how do we take those steps?
I think the level of change that's happening in that area is so significant. The pace is so great at the moment. Being able to put a roadmap in place that's going to help you to adapt, but it needs to be that agile roadmap. So don't think about things that are 5 years away. Think about things that are 5 months away, and being able to be evolving constantly with that change, because the change is happening at such a pace around us right now that if we were to stop and think about things so long term, we would get lost in it all. So yeah, I think that we need to think about the shorter term future to make success happen for the longer term.
It's an interesting balancing act, isn't it? Sort of like a long-term vision and the sort of short-term deliverables.
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. Well, Gill, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts today. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
I've been Ed Reed, editor of E-FWD, where we're always moving the conversation forwards.